best known for her time competing for Miss Earth 2016 as Miss Colombia, where she was crowned Miss Earth Air 2016. After her reign, she moved to the Philippines to pursue a career here. Michelle now works as a model and continues her advocacy of making the world a greener place.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of In Love With Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who will share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafae Yunon Velasco, and for this series, our topic is being empowered during quarantine. For this episode, we have an empowered woman, beauty queen, and model to motivate us to take action. So without further ado, let's welcome the beautiful and amazing Michelle Gomez. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining me.
Hi.
I know she's there. There you are.
Hi, finally. Thank you. Thank you so much. I made it.
Yes, you made it. And as we can see, you are in the car and multitasking right now. Before I ask you what you've been up to during this quarantine period, can you share with everyone listening on how you became the empowered woman that you are today?
Well, it's been a long journey. Like being a beauty queen and being a model taught me a lot of things, but I think that it comes from way back that time where I start modeling and stuff. I've always been so passionate about, taking care of myself, taking care of the environment, taking care of the people around me. So I have a very supportive mom. I've talked about this a lot. I talk about my mom a lot because she's one of the main grounds for my life. So she's the one that keeps me, like, sometimes when I don't feel that strong, when I don't feel that good, she's the one who keeps me like going. She's like, never give up, remember, you can always start from zero, you always start from experience. So yeah, my mom, she's basically a person I will talk about a lot. And then after I started modeling when I was 18. I love it. That's where I joined my first pageant. I was taking environmental management. There's so many things about my story. So I joined Miss Earth Colombia in 2011. I didn't win, but still, I was like, maybe beauty pageants are not my thing. I will focus on modeling. So I pursue my modeling career. I started from zero. Like, literally, I started in school, and then from school, the agency called me and told me, like, Mitch, you have a potential. We can work with you. So I started working, and I started having like small, small like gigs and small photos, and then it became like a runway. I still remember my first runway. It was a hair runway, but I have it here. I was so nervous, like everything was shaking inside of me. But from there, I started meeting a lot of people, wonderful people that till today are, I think, I call them my angels because they really helped me through this path to be where I am right now. So, yeah, in 2014, like, I was already a model. I was taking psychology. Um, Someone told me, like, oh, Mitch, you should join Miss Señorita Colombia, that is like Binibining Pilipinas. I was like, you know what? I don't feel that much like being a beauty queen. I'm more, I'm more chill, relaxed. I don't like to wear makeup. I don't like to wear heels unless I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
And so this person that trained me was really the best of the best in Colombia. Alfredo Barraza. I'm pretty sure many people have heard of him because he used to work with Binibini. He trained me, like he literally, the first day, I think this first day that I met him was what changed
Mm-hmm.
my perception of myself. I always thought that, I needed to be this or that to be a beauty queen. In Colombia we have this image of what a beauty queen is, like super, curvy and super like athletic and like super pretty and super produced, and I was nothing like that. And the first time, I mean, I'm tall. Yes, I'm tall. I'm skinny. Yes, I'm skinny, but I'm not like super. I'm not. And I
You're
always
too
thought,
humble. You're too humble.
no, he like he has this room, like it's called the queen room. It's full of
Mm-hmm.
mirrors, and I
Mm-hmm.
was there in my swimsuit. I don't feel, this is now the day, like I don't feel comfortable with my body. It's something I'm working on, but I don't feel comfortable with my body. And I was standing there being judged by the biggest queen maker of Colombia. And then he told me, "What do you see?" So I start to like
Mm-hmm.
list down all these imperfections that I saw in my body. I was like, no, my butt, my waist, my hair, my nose, my blah blah blah. And he told me, "No, I see a Miss Universe." He told me
Wow.
that. And sometimes you need someone to believe in you in
Mm-hmm.
order for you to believe in yourself. So he told me that. I was like, oh my God, this guy that knows what he's talking about
Mm-hmm.
believes in me. So yeah, from there my journey started. It was, you have no idea, it was really hard. I had
Mm-hmm.
to change every single thing in my life. I had to change my routine, my habits, my everything. I don't back then I don't like to work out. I had to work out every single day at 6 a.m. and then at 7 p.m. and then I have to change the way that I eat, and then I had to go through all of these aesthetic procedures that you go to be a beauty queen to, like, look better because you're Colombian, so your body has to look perfect.
Yeah.
And it was a month. I breathe, I eat, I sleep, I talk, I everything beauty pageant. And my state is
Mm-hmm.
in Colombia. We compete first local, and then we go to the
Mm-hmm.
national pageant. So I was breathing everything local. Like I fill
Yeah.
my head with just that. And
Mm-hmm.
I put so much, like it wasn't my dream to be a beauty queen, but during that
Yeah.
time it became my only goal. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
the thing that I wanted the most. And I think that's something that we all should have. The things that we're doing should be things that we really like and we really enjoy and that we will, like, that we really crave for. I think that's what
Yes.
kept me going because it was really hard. You have no idea. I remember going home at 7 p.m., crying with my body sore, with my hair, with my eyes started like crying to my mom, saying like, "Ma, I cannot do this anymore. I want to give up. I'm tired." Like imagine like my runway classes, because I was a model, and there's a difference between a model catwalk and a beauty queen. Like you beauty
Yes.
queen, you have to smile more and be more like flirty and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 5-6 hours in heels, walking back and forth, turning around,
Yeah.
turning. So I was tired, but still, like I really wanted it, and so
Mm-hmm.
I did. I became a beauty queen. I won that pageant. Sadly, God wanted for me another another crown. Mine wasn't the
Mm-hmm.
universe. My path was the earth. But after this experience that I had in 2014 was when I started believing in myself. When I started believing that I have this beauty that I haven't seen because I
Mm-hmm.
keep comparing comparing myself with these other like with these other girls. So after that, my modeling career started, like it went up, like because I think, of course, naman, I was somehow known, not famous, but known in Colombia, and I think more it was my confidence, the way that I present myself, the way that I talk about myself, the way I go inside the room and I let everyone know without saying a word, like, here I am, look at me. And that's what you should have when you're a model. You should
Right.
have that thing. Like you can be like with no makeup, with no heels, with no nothing, but you have to have this something inside you that will tell the client, this is the girl. Like she's shining without anything around her. So yeah, after this Miss Universe Colombia experience, like my modeling career was up. School, I was so happy because I decided to change to psychology. So I was so happy. I love psychology with all of my heart. And then Miss Earth Colombia was just, I think it was my destiny talaga. Like, it was so made for me. Like, I was in this crisis. I was 24. I was having this middle 20s crisis. I was like, I haven't done enough for the world. I haven't done enough for me. I haven't, yeah, I have accomplished this and I've been here and there, but I haven't, I have these social sensibilities. It's so big that I feel that I haven't done much. So Miss Earth Colombia people's like they start talking to me like, hey Mitch, would you like to, you know, would you like to join? I was like, I'm not sure because I don't want to go through it because my experience in Miss Universe Colombia. Okay, I was
Yeah.
dethroned. It was not really that nice. I spent a lot of energy and it was really hard for me and for my mom especially. Like it was really like I didn't want to know anything about pageants.
Right.
I don't want the drama. I don't want anything. So and it was like God put in my way, like everything was like how it should be. And so one day I decided like, okay, I'm gonna train for Miss Earth Colombia. I'm gonna do it. This might be the way that I can make a change for myself, and also I can make a change. This sounds so cliche, but I can make a change for our planet, for our environment. Like I'm gonna feel good about myself, and I'm also gonna be doing good. So that was it. Like I remember back then when I was training for Miss Earth Colombia, uh, I had no money, so I don't have money to pay trainers. I don't have money to pay uh, massage. I don't have money to pay gym because I just pay my school.
Right.
So I like I don't care. I know how to do this already. I'm gonna do it. I start talking with my friends. I have a lot of friends that are in the environmental field. So I start talking to them every day, like asking them, what's new? What can I do? What are the biggest problems? How would you resolve this? How would you blah 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 blah? All these things, like all the things you need to know for Miss Earth. And also I start preparing myself. Well, of course, my body and my English. I try to improve it, even though it wasn't the best, but I still did my best. And I think after the second week I start training for Miss Earth Colombia. My goal was not Miss Earth Colombia. My goal was Miss Earth. Like I was training already to be Miss Earth. And I think that's my entire point. Like I became so passionate, so I fell in love so much with what I was doing that it worked. I won Miss Earth Colombia, and then I came here, and then I'm the first Colombian who have won a Miss Earth crown. So I think it's the love about myself. Like it's not perfect. Like it's not perfect. I have ups and I have downs and I have still a lot of insecurities about myself and about my body and about who I am. But still, I have this trust in me and what I can do that brought me to have this crown. And I
Mhm.
love it. Like, you have no idea. I
Mhm.
like now, this is what I wanted. Like, I enjoy my Miss Earth competition month and my Miss Earth reign so much that today, after 4 years, I still think about it and I still smile and I feel happy. And sometimes I feel like crying because I enjoy it so much. I did so much for
Mhm.
like the people, for the Filipino community, for Miss Earth, that it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pageant. And also all of the
Mhm.
things that I learned about myself. Um, I think it was the right decision. I love it. I think about it and I don't regret it at all.
And I think looking back, your year or your experience coming to the Philippines was extra special because of what happened in Miss Universe, right? You were sharing that
Yeah.
with me last time. What happened?
So this Pia Ariadna thing happened, right?
Yeah.
It was devastating in Colombia. That was devastating. Of course, for the Philippines was a pride. Like Pia is the pride
Right.
of the Philippines. But for us
Mhm.
was really hard.
Yes.
I remember like I was screaming and jumping in the bed with my mom, like, yeah, we want back to mom. And then like I was still jumping and then my mom was like, wait, something's happening. And I'm like, what? Wait. And then I was like, what just happened? So after
Yeah.
that happened, when that happened, I don't know that I'm gonna compete in Miss Earth. So,
Yeah.
anyways, when I was training, I have well my trainers. I train in Colombia and I train in New York also. So
Mhm.
and nako, I think about it and it's so funny. Like my trainers used to ask me like, oh, so how would you react if someone asked you about Pia and Ariadna? Look, I train. That's the only question I train. Like if you like listen to all of the interviews that I have from
Yeah.
for that questions, I basically say the same thing about it. It was true naman for me. When I came here, yeah, I was a bit afraid because I know that Colombian girls here in the Philippines don't have the best image. So I was
Right.
afraid that I might get somehow bullied or like I might get something. I didn't want to feel
Mhm.
less or that people will like put me apart just because I'm Colombia. And it was the
Yeah.
complete opposite. Like it was the complete opposite. I came here, I step out of the plane.
Yeah.
Even the people that opens the door knows that
Yeah.
I'm Miss Colombia, and everyone was like going crazy. I felt like a celebrity, but still, of course, like out of 5 interviews that I have 6 questions
Mhm.
about Pia and Ariadna. But what I
Mhm.
always told them is like, you know what? Each one of them is
Mhm.
enjoying what they have at the moment. Like Pia was Miss Universe, she was
Yeah.
enjoying. And Ariadna moved to the
Mhm.
States. She was starting like pursuing a career as a model there in the States. So she was doing actually she's
Mhm.
doing really well right now.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy what they
Mhm.
have. There's no
Mhm.
like, it's not that Colombian people hates the Philippines, and I know that
Mhm.
Filipinos don't hate Colombia neither because I've never felt so loved by
Yeah.
someone like by another fan like community than I have felt for like how Filipinos love me. So that was
Mhm.
basically my answer. Like, you know what? It's another pageant. Of course, I have to defend my pageant. I love Miss Earth with all of
Yeah.
my heart. I was like, it's another pageant, guys. Let's just put it in the past. It's chapter is
Yeah.
closed. Let's move on. That's it.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. Like I remember that was the only question that I have. Like I have my notes like from my training, and I have the answer. Like this is what I can answer to that. And then it was crazy. It was really
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. You were the only one that obviously had that experience because it was just so fresh, right? And it's
It
funny
was
that you
right
say that that's the
after.
what's the question that you really practice for, apart from the Q&A at the actual pageant?
Yeah. Trust me, I was so ready. Like I was so ready for like that question. For the other questions, I was like,
Yeah.
it's fine. Whatever comes to my mind, whatever my heart wants to say, it will
Mhm.
come out. But with that question, I was really aware. I was really like, I have to be conscious of what I want to say. Because it was
Mhm.
so fresh. Like Pia was still Miss Universe.
Yes.
So of course, naman. I mean, I'm gonna defend also my country. I think that Ariadna is a beautiful woman, and of course,
Mhm.
she also deserved it. But it wasn't for her. It was for Pia, and Pia did
Right.
an
Mhm.
amazing job. Like Pia
Yeah.
set the flag so high that it was for her. It's just
Mhm.
I believe in that. Like what's for you, it will come
Mhm.
no matter how it will come, because it happened to me. Like I competed in Miss
Right.
Earth Colombia 2011. I didn't win, and here I am.
Mhm.
I won the first crown. It wasn't the big one,
Mhm.
but still I won the first crown for Colombia. I said, like, I marked that history. It was for me.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
And
but still
Miss Columbia, yeah, Miss Columbia is like a main country, or a candidate that is always looked at in all pageants. So how did you feel that you were one of the forerunners, or the women that are always seen, or sorry, front runners? How did
yeah.
you feel? Did you feel the pressure, and how did you deal with it?
Well, yeah, I felt a bit of pressure, but not because I was one of the front runners. I think my pressure was more like before the
Mm-hmm.
pageant, before the competition, because before me, Estefania Miss Earth Colombia 2015, she was top 8, and before her she was top 16. Alejandra was top 16. So I was like, at least I have to
Mm-hmm.
be top 8 at least.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, that's what I mean. I've trained so hard, but when I came here to the Philippines, parang my trip completely shift. I'm like, yes, I'm a beauty queen. Yes, I'm here representing my country, and I'm full of pride of being Colombian, and I'll do my best to represent Colombia. But I'm so gonna enjoy every single day of this competition. Waking up early, sleeping late, my feet with like blisters. I don't care. I'm gonna enjoy every single thing. So during the competition, yeah, of course,
Mm-hmm.
your ego feels like big. You feel big, and you're like, oh, I'm on the newspapers, and I'm in all the hot picks and stuff. But I always try to not follow that much because I didn't want to be like I want to be focused in what's important. That it's make like do your best and
Mm-hmm.
show people that you are here not just for the crown, for the beautiful jury that will be put in your head, but you're here for the real thing, that it's the advocacy. You really want to make a change. Because I
Yes.
think that's something. I'm not saying that all of the beauty queens are there just for the crown and for the fame and for the I mean, there's nothing wrong about it. It's
Mm-hmm.
nice to feel admired. It's nice to feel important. It's nice to feel that you are the queen. But for me was always for me always
Mm-hmm.
was more on what can I do with this power that will be given to me. Like I'm already
Mm-hmm.
carrying Colombia sash. What can I do? Not only for the environment, what can I do for my country?
Right.
What can I do for myself? And when I got the
Mm-hmm.
crown, it was the same. Like I didn't win the big crown, but still,
Mm-hmm.
I traveled like I traveled the entire year with like the international organization. Like I traveled with Catherine the entire year. I did so many things in Colombia. I here in the Philippines. I lost count of all of the things that I did because I really wanted that.
Mm-hmm. So
So
amazing. Yeah. I mean, what did you like when you wake up in the morning? Do you have a certain mantra or motto that you live by each day?
when I was in Miss Earth was you only live once. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I've done so many things in my life because you
Mm-hmm.
never know. Now I'm more grateful and I wake up every day and I thank my body and I thank God
Mm-hmm.
and I thank life to be where I am. And I think that have changed a lot of things in me during this quarantine. I have discovered so many things. I have
Mm-hmm.
changed so many things. I've searched inside myself so much that I think that I would say that the best thing that happened to me this quarantine was that to be grateful
Right.
of everything around me, about myself, about my body, about being alive. So that
Mm-hmm.
really changed. When you start to be grateful, you appreciate more even the little things. Like, I'm able to write in my journal. I'm able to listen to my favorite music. I'm able to watch my favorite TV show. I'm alive. So yeah, that's now my motto.
Mm-hmm. I know being in a beauty pageant or taking those risks that you took from being a model to pageantry and in line of what's happening right now. When you feel unmotivated, let's say you have an off day, we're humans, we're women. Sometimes we just have this, this
Yeah.
day that we're like, ugh. How do you change your mindset from that negative feeling to a positive one? Because you know that you have to perform or you have to be inspired so that you won't be lazy or whatever.
Well, during the pageant, to be honest, what kept me going was being Colombian. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
proud of being from Colombia. I love the Philippines, don't get me wrong, but Colombia is the most beautiful place on earth. It's heaven on earth. And that's what kept me going
Yeah.
every single day. I'm doing this to bring pride to my country, to make them feel proud. Like, Colombia, it's really after our history, we don't have a really good history. Like, we are gonna
Mm-hmm.
be up there. Like, we're gonna be known for good things. So that's what
Right.
kept me going. During this quarantine naman, it's been hard. I'm not gonna lie. There's been days, there's been even weeks wherein I
Mm-hmm.
just wanna stay in bed and eat and just do nothing. And it's so hard. Like anxiety, it was eating hard, really, really hard. But I think I'm taking psychology, so
Yeah.
I'm getting like putting myself back into reality.
Mm-hmm.
I found ways to put myself back into reality. So I just started to be more aware of myself and what it's good for me, what food is good for me, what routine is good for me. That's what kept me somehow motivated. Like, you know, Mitch, this is a talk that I have with myself. Mitch, you want to be a model. You want to keep being a model. Yeah, you're not 20 anymore. You're 27. What can you, like, being in the bed, eating like a lot of junk food and stuff won't bring you to be the model that you want to be. So what you should be doing. So, small changes like, okay, I'm gonna start working out at least 20 minutes a day. I'm gonna start being more aware of what I'm eating. I'm gonna start taking care of my skin a bit more. I'm gonna take care of my hair. Oh, I have this oil here that I haven't used in a long time. I'm gonna put it. Slowly, like slowly, slowly. It took me, I would say, 2 months to be where I am right now. Um, there was times there, like working out for me, it's something that really helps with the anxiety. Like I've
Yeah.
been, I've been suffering with anxiety, like really bad anxieties for over a year. And working out, like after remember that I was competing for a triathlon. After that, like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna work out every day and I'm gonna do this and do this and do this. So after that, I took that habit and then I realized that it really works for me. Like it really puts me in a good mood. It makes me feel good about myself. So workout. So I started working out like 20 minutes. It's okay. At least I did 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
um, my hair, my skin. Well, a lot of things that have, like, you have to know what do you want in your life to keep yourself motivated. And it's fine
Mm-hmm.
also if there's days that you just want to eat pizza and watch Friends the entire day. You have to allow yourself, like, you have to allow yourself to have these days, and
Uh-huh.
then be aware that, yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
fine, but the next day is a new day, and then you
Mm-hmm.
will do something to put you where you want to be, or to be who you want to be. So
Mm-hmm.
I think one word I would like to, like, really acknowledge and put big and to everyone that is listening is
Mm-hmm.
awareness. Not awareness about the environment, about this or about that. It's awareness about yourself, about your body. Be aware of what your mind is telling you. Be aware of what your body is telling you. Be aware of who you are, who you want to be. Once you
Mm-hmm.
know, like, in detail, all of these things, it will be easier to handle all of situations. Like, being aware won't prevent you from having anxieties, but if you are aware of your thoughts and what it's triggering it, you will be able to handle it easier. So I think being aware and being conscious and do
Mm-hmm.
everything with conscious is something that will really help you
Mm-hmm. Do you
to be
think,
more
you know,
motivated.
right, right, right. So, do you think that having your psychology background or your education gives you an edge of joining beauty pageants?
Um, I would say that, yeah, it did help me a lot. Um, when you're taking psychology, you understand people's behavior in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't judge that much. You're not like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, look at that girl, she's doing this because she hates me. And you
Yeah.
start thinking like, oh, why is she doing this? She might be feeling threatened by me. She might be feeling insecure about me. So what can I
Mm-hmm.
do to change that so she won't feel threatened? So I
Mm-hmm.
think that, yeah, that helped me a lot, like, to understand that each person is a different world, like, it's a different universe, and then
Yeah.
you behave for a reason. Like, there's something inside of you or in your history or the way that you
Mm-hmm.
learn things that make you behave the way that you do. Culture, like, that was something really shocking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the cultural shocking is, I would say, one of the most amazing things that you experience in a pageant, and also one of the hardest things that you experience in a pageant. Because
Yeah.
if you are not, let's say me, yeah, I travel naman before Miss Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I travel, but I never left, let's say, America. I was always in America, in Latin America, and the States. Somehow we share some traditions and stuff. So it's not that
Mm-hmm.
hard to, like, accommodate yourself to them. But, oh, start, like, talking with African girls or with Asian girls,
Mm-hmm.
with European girls, the way
Mm-hmm.
that they eat, the way that they shower, the way that they do everything, it's completely different.
Yeah.
So if you understand that it's just how they are, that's how they were taught, like, it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
easier for you. You would be like, instead of judging them, you will learn
Yeah.
from them. So
Right.
yeah, I think that's something really, really helped me back then.
Yeah, I love that. I'm very interested in learning more about psychology because my husband, that's his background, and I'm learning a lot from him. Just understanding, yeah, like you said, the nature of people. Everybody has different stories, they have different backgrounds, and sometimes their actions are the way it is because of their history or what they've been taught to do. So for us who can be, just be peaceful, understand each other's shoes.
It,
And I guess with you, just expressing that, you don't really need books to really um, tell you those things, but just to keep everything civil, understand everybody's ways, understand everybody's feelings, because yeah, it might not even be you that they're mad at. They're probably mad about something else or
something else.
something bad happened to them, before they met you, and it just comes out at you. But if you I guess, fight back, then that's where you kind of stay in the same level. But yeah, to be, I guess the mature one, or the one that really cares for others, it's a matter of understanding. And I love that. You're really expressing a lot of things that I think people need to hear, most especially right now. So with that, Mitch, before we wrap up, can you share words of wisdom to people that want to follow your footsteps, that want to that needs that peace of mind of being hopeful, most especially at a time like this?
Well, something I really would like to share, would like to say is that follow your dreams no matter what dreams you have. You want to be an astronaut? Follow your dreams. You want to be a beauty queen? Follow your dreams. You want to be a model? Work for it. Work hard for it. Like, things won't fall from sky to your doorstep and then voila, you're a beauty queen. No, if you want to be a beauty queen, if you want to be a model, that is what I can advise you. Work for it. Know that it's not an easy path, but do it from your heart. Work from your heart. The most important thing, follow your dreams. Do everything you need to do to be a beauty queen, to be a model, but never, ever step on someone else to be where you want to be. Always be patient. Always understand other people. Like, be more oh my god, sorry, my English. Have this empathy
Yeah.
for people
Mhm.
and enjoy every single step of your life. Like, you're
Mhm.
alive. This life, it's too short to not be enjoyed. And for these times, like that, everything is so uncertain. There's a lot of things that are happening, like financially and with work and with like school and with everything. Just take a bit of your time for yourself. Like, sit every morning, breathe in, breathe out. That will really, really make you feel better. Be conscious about your breathing, be conscious about your thoughts. Think, like, identify what are these things that are bothering you, write it down. Identify what are these things that you want to be, that you want to do, write it down. And then from there, you start working on it. You want to learn how to bake, write it
Yeah.
down, list it down. So you will know that you have it, that you have
Mm-hmm.
something that you want to pursue, and start little by little. Like, okay, I don't have money right now to buy all of the bakery stuff. Okay, start watching all of the videos. That will give you motivation. You will be like, okay, sige. At least I know, I've seen videos. I know what's the difference between this flour and this sugar and this other sugar. At least you will be learning something about it. If you
Right.
have the money to buy start doing it. Don't wait until tomorrow. Start working out today. It doesn't matter if it's a Sunday, if it's a Monday, if it's a Friday. Start doing it today. There's no
Yes.
like there's no, oh, I'll start on Monday because that way I will finish the entire week. No, don't give yourself that amount of time. Do it
Yeah.
today. Like,
Mm-hmm.
identify these little things that you can do to improve yourself. So
Right.
yeah, I think that's the most important thing we should all know.
Mm-hmm. And to add to that, Mitch gave really good words of wisdom, and I think what really stands out is just to be intentional. Tell yourself, like she was saying, talk to yourself in the mirror, and that's one thing I always share with a lot of people is that I love this song of Michael Jackson, "Man in the Mirror," because really the person in the mirror that you're looking at is what matters. You have to be in love with that person. You got to empower that person because at the end of the day, people can tell you so many things, give you advice, but it's up to you to make that choice. It's up to you to accept, absorb the positive that people are giving you, and then take action. Mish said, it's time. And right now, get up, move around.
Yeah.
For me, there's like so many short workouts on YouTube if you want to make a change, make a difference in your body, make a difference in your mind. Because I think, like Mitch was saying, exercise really helps everything. It really gives you that feeling of motivation or feeling of being proud. So, guys, if you want to hear it again, watch this interview again, because Mitch is such an amazing and beautiful woman that I admire. I'm glad that you're here and you fell in love with the Philippines also. Before that we say see you later to everyone, can you give a special message to your fans and your family, maybe in Colombia too?
Yeah, well, to all of my fans, to all of my earthlings, that I know that most of them are earthlings, I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of these years of support for me, for Miss Earth Colombia, and of course for Miss Earth. Thank you guys, because without you, this dream of having a better planet wouldn't be the same. Because I know that you earthlings, you Miss Earth fans, work hand to hand with us. Like, you join our activities, you join, you help us to share awareness. So thank you so much. I think this is the first time I've said this, but thank you so much for helping us. This is something that we will feel very, very, very proud of every single day of our lives. And of course, naman, to my mom, I know that my mom is watching right now. She doesn't understand English, but I will say it in English first and then a bit in Spanish. Thank you, mom, for like supporting me every single step that I give, every crazy idea that I have. Thank you for being there, for bringing me up as a strong and powerful woman. Thank you for believing in me, even when I don't believe in myself. Te amo, mami. Yo sé que vas a ver esto en algún momento, si no es ahorita, es más tarde. Te amo, gracias por ser mi fuerza todos los días. And to my siblings, I know they will see it also. I'm so sorry. I love you guys so much. You are my life. You are a part of that it's in heaven. And he knows naman how much I love you guys. And you are my strength also. I hope I can see them soon. Hopefully after this COVID virus thing happen, I hope I can see them all.
Thank you, Mitch. Guys, just a fun fact. This is our second time having Mitch on air, and just I'm inspired again, even though last time we had a challenging time with signal. But that's just how it is. You just have to make it work. And don't worry, guys. I'll have Mitch back again. We'll probably talk about another topic. I love her. She's so inspiring. So with that, I think we have to give a shout out to a fan of yours who's tuned in and gave a comment. I'm sorry, Daiki Joshi.
Oh, that's my mom. She's watching it. Oh my God, my mom is.
There you go.
It's midnight in Colombia. It's midnight in Colombia, and I knew that she was gonna stay awake just to watch us.
See, there you go. Your very supportive mom is tuned in. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you to Manel, and thank you to everyone who's always tuned in. I hope you're inspired by Mitch today. And with that, guys, actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in another episode of In Love With Me. Thanks, Mitch. I'll see you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching In Love With Me series.
You're a